Jake, if you had to pick one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, wow, straight in with the big questions. I'd have to say my grandmother's lasagna. It's not just about the taste, it's the whole experience. The crispy edges, the creamy bechamel, the rich ragu that's been simmering for hours. It's comfort in a dish.
That sounds incredible and so personal. I can already picture it. What makes the bechamel sauce so special? I know some people just use ricotta.
Right? Bechamel is a game changer. It's basically a white sauce made from butter, flour, and milk, and it gives this velvety texture that ricotta just can't match. My nana would whisk it until her arm nearly fell off. So the lasagna becomes silky, not grainy.
Velvety. I love that word. It literally means smooth and soft like velvet fabric, and it's perfect for describing rich sauces or soups. So your nana's lasagna is top of the list. Is there anything else that comes close?
Well, I'm a sucker for a really good bowl of ramen. If we're talking about dishes that feel like a hug, that's up there. The broth alone takes days to perfect, and I'm a total noodle fanatic.
I have heard chefs say ramen broth is a labor of love. A labor of love means something you do because you care deeply, not because it's easy. Do you ever attempt making it at home?
I tried exactly twice, and both times my kitchen looked like a bomb had gone off. Bones everywhere, stock bubbling over. I'll leave it to the professionals, honestly. My slow cooker was never the same.
I can imagine. My own disaster was a Thai green curry I attempted. I confused mild with medium chilies, and my mouth was on fire. I couldn't taste anything for a day. Which brings me to a question. How do you handle spicy food?
I like a slow burn, not something that blows my head off. There's a big difference between heat and flavor, right? Some dishes just use chili to hurt you, but a good curry layers the spices. That's what I admire.
Blows my head off is such a vivid idiom. It means extremely spicy, almost painfully so. And I agree, flavor should lead. Speaking of layers, your lasagna is all about layering too. Is that a pattern with you?
Maybe it is. I've never thought about it, but I'm definitely drawn to dishes where you can taste different levels. Like a proper club sandwich. You get the crunch of lettuce, the saltiness of bacon, the tang of mayonnaise. It's harmony on a plate.
Harmony on a plate. I'm stealing that phrase. My all-time favorite food is probably ceviche. I had it on a trip to Peru years ago, and it completely reset my taste buds. Have you ever tried it?
Only once, and I was a bit nervous because the fish is cooked in lime juice, not heat. The acidity denatures the protein, so it looks and feels cooked, but I kept thinking, am I making a mistake here? It was incredibly fresh, though.
That fear is common. Denatures might sound scientific, but it just means the acid changes the protein structure, like heat would. But the key is using super fresh fish. My mistake that first time in Peru, I drenched it in too much hot sauce and missed the delicate citrus notes.
We've all been there. It's like putting ketchup on a fine steak. You mask the whole point of the dish. I'm a purist at heart. I want to taste the main ingredient, not just the condiments.
A purist, someone who sticks to the traditional, simple way of doing things. I can be that way with pizza. I know it's controversial, but pineapple on pizza is a crime for me.
Finally, someone with sense. Sweet fruit and hot, savory cheese just clash in my mouth. It's a texture thing, too. But hey, if people love it, who am I to judge? I just won't share a slice.
Exactly. It's all subjective. That's the beauty of talking about food. It's personal and emotional. The phrase comfort food gets thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean to you?
For me, comfort food is something that transports you back to a safe, happy moment. The taste, smell, even the sound of it cooking. When I eat that lasagna, I'm 8 years old again, standing on a stool in my Nona's kitchen, helping her shred mozzarella. It's like edible nostalgia.
Edible nostalgia. That's so beautifully put. It's nostalgia you can literally consume. Mine is my dad's Sunday roast. The smell of rosemary and garlic drifting through the house meant everything was right in the world. Do you think food is the strongest trigger for memory?
I'd say it's right up there with music, but food involves all 5 senses, so it's a full body memory.
You can hear the sizzle, smell the herbs, see the golden crust, feel the crunch, and taste the richness. It's an immersive experience.
An immersive experience. I love that. It wraps around you. So if you're homesick or having a tough day, you'll whip up some lasagna?
I wish. It takes so long. On a bad day, I might just boil some pasta and melt butter and Parmesan on it. That's my quick fix. It's not gourmet, but it does the trick. Does it whip up? No, I dump it in a bowl.
Whip up means to prepare food very quickly, so your pasta is a perfect example. I do the same with scrambled eggs on toast. 3 minutes and I'm a new person. But there's a skill to it, right? Proper scrambled eggs need low heat and patience.
Absolutely. Most people rush them and end up with a dry, rubbery mess. Low and slow, constant stirring, and a knob of butter at the end. It's the little techniques that turn something basic into something special. A knob of butter, by the way, just means a small lump or pat.
See, you're teaching without even trying. That's a great way to put it. What's a dish you'd love to master but find intimidating?
Croissants? The lamination process, folding butter into dough a million times, terrifies me. Get the temperature wrong and the butter leaks out and you've got a greasy mess. I've watched hours of tutorials, but I've never dared to try.
Lamination. That's a baking term for creating thin layers of dough and butter. It's the reason croissants are flaky. I tried once, and let's just say I invented butter puddles. It was a complete failure, but the house smelled amazing.
Failure smells delicious sometimes. That's the secret of baking. Even the disasters can taste okay with enough sugar. Maybe one day we can face the croissant challenge together.
A baking showdown? I'd be terrified and thrilled. What's your go-to dish when you want to impress someone, like a date or dinner party?
I do a mean miso-glazed salmon. It sounds fancy, but it's deceptively simple. You marinate the fish in a mix of miso paste, mirin, soy sauce, and a touch of honey, then broil it until it caramelizes. The edges get dark and slightly charred, and the inside stays tender.
Caramelizes. That's when natural sugars cook and turn brown and sweet, like caramel. That miso salmon sounds restaurant quality. My show-off dish is a wild mushroom risotto, but you can't leave the stove. You have to stir constantly to release the starch and make it creamy.
Risotto is a commitment. It's like a meditation, though. I find the rhythm of stirring and adding stock bit by bit really soothing. And the result? Creamy rice with no cream. Pure technique. That's magic.
Magic is the word. It's alchemy. People add cream and ruin it. True creaminess comes from the rice starch. Okay, let's switch gears. Eating out versus cooking at home. Which side of the coin do you fall on?
I love eating out because I'm nosy about how chefs construct dishes. But honestly, nothing beats a meal cooked at home with friends. Music playing, everyone pitching in, it's the chaos I enjoy. But you have to do the dishes afterwards, and that's the downside.
The dreaded dishes. Dreaded means causing great fear, and dishes really do that. I pretend I'm a scientist cleaning lab equipment to make it more exciting. Doesn't work. Do you have any weird food habits that drive people crazy?
I dip my fries in a vanilla milkshake. The salty-sweet combo is perfection. My friends think it's disgusting, but I'm unapologetic. The cold, sweet creaminess with the hot, salty crunch, it's a sensory jackpot.
I've heard of that. It's polarizing, for sure. Polarizing means dividing people strongly. My weird thing is putting salt on watermelon. It just enhances the sweetness. Try it before you judge.
I've actually tried that, and it does work. The salt cuts the flat sweetness and makes it more vibrant. It's a trick for my aunt. She also adds a squeeze of lime. It becomes a whole new fruit.
Yes, the lime adds acidity, which brightens everything. Brightens here means makes the flavors feel fresher and more distinct. Speaking of fruit, what's your opinion on durian, the notorious king of fruits?
I tried it once in Singapore. The smell hit me first, like onions and gym socks. But the taste was custardy, sweet, almost almond-like. I survived, but I wouldn't stock my fridge with it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Stock my fridge to fill it up with something. I've never dared. They ban it in many hotels and public transport in Southeast Asia because the odor is so strong. Odor is a formal word for smell, usually unpleasant. So let's talk about street food. What's the best you've ever had?
Hands down, tacos al pastor in Mexico City. The meat is marinated with dried chilies and pineapple, stacked on a vertical spit, and shaved off with a big knife. They serve it on small corn tortillas with a slice of grilled pineapple, onion, cilantro, and salsa. The balance of savory, spicy, and sweet is mind-blowing.
Spit in cooking is a rotating rod to roast meat. That mental image is making me hungry. The way you described it, I can almost taste the char. Street food just hits differently. There's no pretense. Pretense means trying to appear sophisticated. It's honest food.
Totally. You're standing there, maybe your elbow is bumping a stranger, there's smoke in your face, but that first bite, it's life-affirming. And it's usually so affordable. A little money for a huge experience.
Exactly. Food connects us to places. I once ate a simple bowl of pho at a tiny stall in Hanoi, sitting on a plastic stool, and I still think about the clarity of that broth. It was crystal clear yet packed with flavor. Do you think simplicity is often harder to achieve than complexity?
I do, because you have nowhere to hide. With a complex dish, you can mask mistakes with sauce or spice. With a simple broth, if the bones were dirty or the fire too high, it's cloudy and bitter. Simplicity demands perfection.
Nowhere to hide. Such a useful phrase. In cooking and in life, honestly. Okay, so if you could only eat one cuisine, Italian, Japanese, Mexican, Indian, etc., for a full year, which would it be and why?
Oh, that's torture. I'd probably go with Japanese because of the variety and the attention to detail. Sushi, ramen, tempura, yakitori, miso soup, pickles, there's an entire philosophy of balance. Plus, it's relatively light, so I wouldn't get tired of it. But saying no to Italian pasta for a year would break my heart.
A broken heart over pasta? Very dramatic. Japanese is a solid choice. The philosophy of washoku emphasizes harmony of flavors, colors, and even seasons. I might choose Mexican cuisine, simply because I can't live without avocados and fresh salsas, the zingy brightness.
Zingy is a great descriptive word. It means pleasantly sharp and lively, like a citrus kick. Mexican food has that in spades. It's funny how our choices reflect our personality. You go for vibrant and spicy. I go for subtle and umami-packed.
Umami. That's the so-called fifth taste, a savory richness found in things like mushrooms, soy sauce, aged cheese. My vocabulary's expanding just talking to you. Let's shift to a more mundane topic. Breakfast. Sweet or savory?
Savory, 100%. Eggs, toast, maybe some avocado and chili flakes. I wake up craving salt, not sugar. A sugary breakfast gives me an energy crash by 10 a.m. But I know many people swear by pancakes.
I'm a sweet breakfast person. Pancakes or French toast with berries and maple syrup are my weekend ritual. Ritual here means a regular, cherished routine. The key is not to drench them, just a light pour. But I get the energy crash argument. By 11 a.m., I'm eyeing your leftover eggs. The grass is always greener. Speaking of which, why do we always want what someone else is eating? It's a phenomenon. My sandwich always looks boring when I see your club. Food envy, they call it. Envy is the feeling of wanting something someone else has. It's real. I was at a restaurant once and ordered a fish dish, but after seeing the steak at the next table, I regretted it immediately. The sizzling sound, the buttery herb smell, I nearly asked to swap.
I've done that. It's a social skill to order well for the table, share everything, and avoid envy altogether. Tapas or mezza style, small plates for everyone. That way you get a bit of this and that. It's a communal way of eating.
Communal, sharing with a group. Some of my best memories are around a table with a dozen little dishes, everyone reaching over, talking loudly. It's messy, but that's the point. Food is a social glue. We're hardwired to share food.
Absolutely. Anthropologically, sharing a meal signals trust. You're literally accepting something into your body that another person prepared. It's intimate. That's why dinner parties can be so bonding, or so awkward if the food is terrible.
The pressure. Have you ever cooked for someone and it went horribly wrong, like a total flop?
My first anniversary dinner. I attempted scallops. I dried them on paper towels, got the pan screaming hot, but I forgot to take the little side muscle off. The scallops were rubbery and chewy, and the side muscle was like a tiny piece of string. My date was very kind, but we ended up ordering pizza.
Oh no. The side muscle, that tough little tag, ruins the texture. At least you can laugh about it now. My flop was a chocolate soufflé. It rose beautifully. Then the moment I took it out, it collapsed like a dying star. We ate chocolate mush, which still tasted good.
Chocolate mush is a happy accident. Happy accident, a phrase for when something goes wrong, but the result is still pleasant. That's baking in a nutshell. So much can go wrong, but sugar and butter save the day.
Exactly. On the topic of accidents, let's talk about food idioms in English. It's a gold mine. A piece of cake means something very easy. Spill the beans means reveal a secret. Any favorites of yours?
I love in a pickle, being in a difficult situation. Pickles are sour and tangled, so it fits. Or not my cup of tea, for something you don't enjoy. It's so British and gentle. This scary movie is not my cup of tea.
Gentle indeed. Butter someone up. To flatter someone for a favor. You butter the bread to make it smooth and tasty. So you're making a person feel good to get something. He buttered up his boss for a raise. Food metaphors are everywhere.
And chew the fat, to have a long casual chat. That's exactly what we're doing now. The origin is maybe from sailors chewing salted fat meat, but now it just means friendly gossip or conversation.
So we're literally chewing the fat. Okay, final favorite question. Dessert. If you had to choose between a perfect chocolate cake and a perfect fruit crumble, which way do you lean?
Oh, fruit crumble hands down. The contrast of the crunchy, buttery topping with the soft, tangy stewed fruit is unbeatable. Plus, a scoop of vanilla ice cream melting into it? Heaven. Cake can be a bit one-note sometimes.
One note, lacking complexity, same texture and flavor throughout. I'd fight you on cake, but I respect the crumble. A rhubarb crumble with custard is my childhood. Rhubarb is so tart, it needs the sweet crumble to balance it. That yin and yang.
Tart and sweet, yin and yang. It's the contrasts that make food sing. My nana used to make a crostata, an Italian jam tart, with sour cherry jam. The pastry was crumbly and just barely sweet. I'd sneak slices before dinner and ruin my appetite.
Ruin your appetite. That's a classic phrase parents use. Don't eat that, you'll ruin your appetite. It means filling up on snacks before a meal. Kids everywhere ignore it. So, wrapping this up, what's the one food lesson you'd pass on to anyone learning to cook?
Taste as you go. It's so simple, but people follow recipes blindly. Every tomato is different. Every lemon has a different acidity. Trust your palate and adjust. And don't panic. Even if you mess up, it's just dinner. You won't break the world. That philosophy saves many meals.
Taste as you go. Practical and profound. It applies beyond cooking, I think. Pay attention, adjust, be present, and the world won't end if the soufflé falls. For me, the lesson is share what you cook. Food multiplies its joy when it's shared, even a simple soup.
That's beautiful, Emma, and true. We've come full circle from lasagna and memory to this. Food, at its core, is an act of giving. Whether it's your time, your heritage, your care, it's a love language.
A love language. That's exactly the phrase. We've talked about so many foods today, from street tacos to failed scallops, and it all boils down to connection. Boils down to means the essential point or result. The essential point is that food connects us to people, places, and feelings.
It really does. And now I'm starving. All this talk of crumble and lasagna has my stomach grumbling. I might have to go whip up that butter pasta after all.
Mine's rumbling too. I think I'll attempt a simple ceviche tonight and remember not to drown it in hot sauce. Maybe a little salt on watermelon for dessert. This conversation has been a feast for the mind, if not the belly.
A mental feast. I've loved it. And to all our listeners, we hope you go and cook something that makes you happy. Share it if you can, and don't be afraid of a happy accident. Even a collapsed soufflé can be delicious.
Perfect closing. And don't forget, food words are a great way to build your English. So next time something is easy, say, a piece of cake. If you're in trouble, in a pickle. And when a dish is smooth, maybe it's velvety. Every meal is a vocabulary lesson.
Exactly. Keep tasting, keep learning, and keep sharing. Thanks for chewing the fat with me, Emma.
Thanks for spilling the beans on all your kitchen disasters, Jake. Until next time, happy eating and happy English learning, everyone. Take care.